The Evolution Sportster has been around for a minute, since 1986 in fact, a bit too late for the custom craze of the 70s. It was born into a world of changing attitudes about motorcycling in general, and a burgeoning new market among the so-called rich urban biker crowd. You know, the folks that 10 years prior would have rolled up their windows and locked their doors when a Harley pulled up next to them at a light, and couldn't change a needle valve if you held a cocked 1911 to their head. Catering to this crowd was a smart move by the company, cause if you want to make money, you have to make a product for people who have money. While the Evo Big Twins, most notably the Softails, benefited early from efforts to tie into Harley's deep roots, Sportster design sort of stagnated, seemingly satisfied to continue the general design characteristics established by the K model in 1952, and subsequent Ironhead Sportsters up through '85, with minor variations. Fast forward to 2016, and the Sportster 72 that plumbs the depths of the outlaw/custom culture of the 70s, a look that is now once again in vogue with the new guard, and has shed a lot of the stigma attached to the originals. Much like the 48, the 72 doesn't follow any specific historical model, but instead captures the vibe of an entire era when choppers were central to the custom culture prevalent at the time. The look starts with the front end, where the 21-inch laced rim, cut-down fender with drilled supports and skinny white walls set the tone for the rest of the bike. While not really a chopper, the 30.1-degree rake and front forks combine with the front wheel diameter to raise the front of the frame a bit higher than the back, leaving the suggestion of having been stretched. But it's just an illusion that dies as soon as you notice the minimal clearance between the rocker boxes and the tank. Yeah, I know the factory was going for a certain vibe and not necessarily a faithful reproduction, but come on Harley, would it kill you to actually give the down tubes a few inches of stretch and really make it look like a proper chopper? What can I say, I'm something of a perfectionist. That aside, the mini-apes add to the height at the front end, and bolster the faux stretched look. A classic 2.1-gallon peanut tank, chopped rear fender and forward-ish controls complete the ensemble. The bones are typical Harley, with thick-walled steel tubing forming a double-down tube, double cradle frame with a stiff and heavy backbone running under the tank and seat. It's fairly low too, with 5.2 inches of ground clearance and a laden seat height just shy of 27 inches, good news for riders requiring a short trip from seat to ground. Front forks come right side up for that traditional look, and the beefy 39mm tubes keep the front wheel stable and prevent the front of the bike from looking too skinny. A coil-over rear shock comes with emulsion technology and a screw adjuster for quick and easy changes to the damping action. Foot peg brackets pull the forward controls back just a skosh from the usual position even with the turn of the down tubes, but the front exhaust pipe prevents that truly forward position, and the revised position is more comfortable to shorter riders, and ones unaccustomed to riding in a feet-forward windsock position. Dual piston calipers front and rear bind the wheels, and at 559 pounds soaking wet, the lack of dual front brakes isn't that big of a deal, and I can't blame Harley for not wanting to cover up that big, beautiful laced wheel. ABS is available as an option, so you can take it or leave it as you wish. The Evolution Sportster engine has been around for 30 years now. If you equate longevity with success, then this is Harley's most successful engine family to date. The factory has had plenty of time to tweak and improve what is already a solid power plant. Best of all, the engine shape, if not all the details, falls right in line with the target era, and so it complements the overall look, rather than competing with it. The mill comes purely air-cooled, with none of the twin cams twin cooling technology, yet, and the undersquare, long-stroke engine displaces 73.4 cubic inches, 1,202.8 cubic centimeters, and generates 70.8 pound-feet of torque at 3,500 RPM. While torque has long been an intrinsic benefit of Harley's 45-degree engine layout, the electronic fuel injection helps improve grunt while reducing emissions and keeping mileage around the 48 mpg mark. Much like the older carbureted models, you can slap a Stage 1 Harley tax on it to open her up a bit, or progress through the stage 3 if you are a real fiery-eyed peg dragger. A 5-speed, constant mesh transmixer provides decisive shifts, and keeps the RPM reasonable on the highway while maintaining the whole shot capability sporties are known for. As usual, the price breaks down according to color choice. You can ride off on the charcoal denim, black denim, or black quartz model for $11,099, or opt for the hard candy gold flake or hard candy black gold flake at $11,849. ABS will run you $795, and the security option another $395, plus $360 in freight. I'm sorry California brothers and sisters in the wind, your emissions package will tack another Ben Franklin onto the ticket.